with today's Star Wars RPG stream with our three wonderful players. How's everyone doing today as I share all the social medias that we're live?
I'm good.
Fantastic.
One thing that's actually going to be really nice once I get my PC and it all set up is having one computer for running Discord and streaming from, and the other one for like my notes, Twitch chat, social medias, sharing and such. It's going to be so much nicer not having to do everything on the one computer.
Yeah.
Okay. So, previously on the Star Wars RPG, I mean...
Depends on which side.
we had, you know, the Death Star coming towards Yavin 4, and we had one team that went aboard it to rescue Theo, as well as his pilot, Mal, and get intel that he had got. While we had another group have to deal with Lieutenant Simon Balthazar, who had escaped with the help of Ikar's people, who we also saw Ikar on the Death Star before he was killed. We know that they were working together. They were both doing a favor for each other. We don't know exactly what Ikar was doing for Balthazar, and we know what Balthazar was leading some of Ikar's people into trying to get into an underground vault containing Sith artifacts. And while all this was going on, some other rebels you've probably never heard of, including Luke Skywalker, managed to blow up the Death Star, and
Oh, never heard of him.
Save the day and such. Luckily, all our people aboard the Death Star got off just in time to avoid being caught in said fiery explosion of death. I didn't even mean just realized the fiery explosion of death, because it's of the Death Star. I didn't intend that. I was just thinking, fire explosions lead to death, but... yeah. So, yeah. So we're going to pick up shortly after both those sessions, which took place approximately simultaneously. Like, the second one, the one on Yavin 4, the one with Balthazar started slightly after, because we started just as they saw... just as they were leaving from the first session, and then after the team got back, which we hadn't seen in the first session, was when Theo told General Spacewalker about who the traitors were, and we saw that, or we had the characters hear about that partway through that second session. But, so we're going to be just shortly after that, and, we're going to say this is also, after the celebration that followed, the destruction of the Death Star, because, after that, everyone celebrated, partied, except for, Keljove, who was in a, back-to-tank at the time, and I mean, I guess Akildi was also in a back-to-tank, and still is. But yeah. I mean, Keljove is probably also still in the back-to-tank as of this point. I mean, there's probably still celebrating going on, but, the main, celebration and Luke Skywalker and Han Solo being awarded medals and all that, that's already happened.
Well, except Chewie.
Yeah, Chewie did not get awarded a medal because of Wookiee customs. They have a thing about medals. I don't know the details. I just remember in some later thing it was explained that Wookiees don't actually like getting awarded medals and such, which is why they respected Chewbacca's culture and did not give him a medal.
So rude.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, if there's ever anything you're wondering about in a Star Wars movie, it's like, why did that happen? There's some book or something out there that explains it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So anyway, we're picking up, and the three of you plus R2 go to General Spacewalker's office, because she's called, I guess, two people from each mission, Zoey and R2 from the one mission, Jacen and Tartatha from the other mission, to her office to talk to the four of you, and she's already talked to a lot of the other members of both teams and such. Might have talked to you a bit, like when you came back and such, but now she's like, okay, so she kind of fills in to the other two what of each team what happened or whatever and such, so that everyone is up to speed. And she's like, so what we need to find out now is what exactly the deal was between Balthazar and Ikar, because even with Ikar dead, his organization is still around, so there could still be, they could still be planning something, that they might try to break him out again, especially now that we have a bunch of their people in there, because what was it? Let's see.
Frederick, probably.
Well, no. Frederick wasn't one of Ikar's people. Frederick was working for the Empire.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but there were eight of the goons, like the nameless goons or whatever, were Ikar's people that were incapacitated. 2 were killed, but 8 of them were just incapacitated, so they would still be in. So with how many of Ikar's people, they might try something. So we want to figure out what exactly it is that they were up to. Actually, just realized something.
Well, that's already. I don't think we're ready yet.
I was just like, oh, wait a second, like, the I guess 3, like, main ones, Balthazar, Frederick, and Rupert, they were all incapacitated, so I'm like, it'd be a bit hard to question them while they're unconscious and such.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm just gonna say they've all been healed to being merely wounded. They're not in. They haven't been fully healed, but they have been healed to being wounded, just so that they can be like questioned and such. So you can go like, so yeah, yeah. With the Empire now knowing where we are, even though we destroy the Death Star, it's only a matter of time until they send, ships here to take us out. Even if they can't, blow up Yavin 4, they can still, bombard the surface and wipe us all out. So we are planning, or we are already like getting ready for to leave and such. But coordinating all that is taking some time and a lot of people. So that's why the three of you, beep boop, why the four of you will be needing to, will be figuring out what exactly was going on. I would recommend starting with questioning Balthazar, see if you can find anything. Potentially, we might have to go into the down underground to the vault. Although, I mean, that would only tell. I mean, that really wouldn't tell us what exactly Ikar was going to be doing for Balthazar, but yeah. But first priority, I guess, we'll be talking to Balthazar and seeing what you can find out.
Okay.
Any questions?
I don't think so.
I shake my
Okay.
head no.
Okay. Yeah. Well, dismissed.
Okay.
So then,
Okay.
four of you go down to the holding cells.
I suppose so.
Yeah. And there's still, I guess, Balthazar's old cell still has a hole in the wall, so he's in a different cell now.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And yeah, so which cell are you going to first?
Balthazar.
Balthazar. Yeah.
I'm gonna wave as soon as I'm within view.
He just grimaces.
So how are you?
How's life?
My life used to be really good. Like,
Well, you messed up there, didn't you?
I my career was going great. I was already a lieutenant. I was on the fast track towards being a captain eventually. And then I met you. He specifically looks at Jacen as he says that, because Jason's the first of you three that he had met. You and your friends. And then he looks at kind of like the other two of you and R2. And he's just like...
Oh, you mean her punching in the nuts?
That was in the face.
The face.
Nuts, your face. Potato, potato.
They all look the same.
You and her and Keljove and... Like...
Oh, maybe you should have thought of that before you decided to be in
You know, Imperial's bad, Rebel's good.
Exactly.
Your group just bumbles their way from situation to situation. How I don't even understand it. How you keep interfering in everything.
I know, Sherlock.
I mean, that's the understatement of the century.
So, what were you doing with a car?
I mean, I was trying to get at those artifacts in that Sith vault for him.
What are we supposed to be finding out? What a car was going to do for him?
Yeah. Like what
was a car going to do for you?
What do you think he was going to do for me?
No idea. I'm not really the idea person here.
He looks at Jacen and Tartatha. Is there an idea person here?
No.
Uh-huh.
I think what could Ikar even do for him? Because I mean, because I feel Ikar is a lot more powerful than he is, or was rather.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be nice to have a Jedi in your pocket. Definitely a Sith Jedi.
Yeah,
Or soon to.
Ikar would have been technically a dark Jedi because he was
Dark.
he never joined, because the Sith is a specific group and he never like joined the Sith. He was trying to, remember, he was trying to become the apprentice to Darth Solus, but that never quite worked out for him.
Yeah.
It goes well last time, so you know.
Yeah, he's like, okay. So, do you know why I'm here?
Because you're an asshole.
It takes one to know one.
True.
When I wait, who was in the session with on the ship where he was like interrogating? Was Jacen was there, right?
Let me see. Wait, on the ship.
Like when it was like Jacen and because it was the ship where like where there was the murder and then like
Oh no, that was me on Joey, and that was he was on Brendan, and I think it was Cherry on the other character.
Yeah.
on Theo, yeah.
Oh wait, that one.
The whole debacle with the Wookiee porn.
Oh no, yeah, no. So it wasn't as Theo. It was as Ezekiel, yeah. So you were Joey then?
Yeah, because it was the first session. It was the one where I wasn't there. It was the first one where Joey was introduced.
That's right. Okay, so it was no one that's here. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Okay, he's like then okay, but then when he attacked on the planet with Abrax, yes, that was Zoey was there.
Wait, when?
That was when you captured him.
Oh, which time?
Was it?
Like,
oh wait, the one where I punched him?
No, the one where you punched him was longer ago. This was where
only Zoey. If I was there, it was Zoey because Kilos hasn't done shit.
Yeah. That was the one where, because that was the one where Joey had
tried to kill him.
Had tried to kill Abrax.
Yeah.
Because Abrax had injured Zoey. Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's like, well, you remember when you captured me? He says to Zoey.
Which time?
When you first brought me here.
Okay. Yeah.
When I went after you with that bounty hunter in the back of the tank over in that other cell. Do you know why I came after you with a bounty hunter that I hired with my own money?
No.
I was kicked out. I'm
Oh, I see where this is going.
I lost my position because of you and your friends and your escapades.
Good on. Continue.
Mhm. Glad to hear it.
You hear Tartatha just start chuckling a little bit because he's amused by that.
So what Ikar was going to be doing was getting me my position back.
How?
It's a bit complicated.
We have time.
Yeah, we got time.
Did something happen to Ikar?
Oh yeah. About that.
Are
He
you,
dead.
are you actually saying that?
I'm just gonna say, yeah, he's dead.
Okay, is Jacen translating?
No.
I'm just sitting there like, we killed him. He's dead. He's gone.
I do have a feeling I kill understand Wookiee.
He's dead. One of you killed him?
Nope.
Some crazy chick. I don't even remember her name. She tried to. I don't think she killed him. She was bad at it. I was about to leave.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, true. Now that you mentioned that.
I was on my ship, so I couldn't see too much.
That does introduce... That's interesting. Would that have been your friend Mira?
Why are you asking questions? Why do you want to know so much about this?
Well, I mean, there's not much else to do here other than ask questions.
Oh, sorry, that's my job.
How is the car gonna get you your position back?
I mean, it's honestly not that hard. You know, you get the right information on the right people, and you can, force them to restore me to my former glory.
Oh, can we just make that like a legit reaction?
Yeah, that's good.
I know what you call glory.
Yeah, getting punched in the head by an unarmed girl, captured.
And I imagine the fact that we're all still here means the Death Star failed.
Oh well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, they're currently trying to puzzle the Death Star back together. Quite a lot of pieces.
Indeed. I was never a fan of that project. A lot of money that to build something that is ultimately unnecessary, like you can carpet bomb a planet from orbit and kill everyone in, like, hours. You don't need to actually destroy a planet.
Yeah, pretty unnecessary.
You could also keep the planet too, which is nice.
Mhm.
We're just sitting here just talking about, like, that Death Star was pretty impractical. You're right.
I'll just leave the room, get a couple of cups of tea. Let's discuss.
Yeah, he's spilling the tea on what he hates about the Empire. This is perfect.
I'll leave again, come back with some snacks.
So what is the plan for what to do with me?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
I imagine you're planning on evacuating it, since, the Imperial fleet kind of knows where you are now.
Let him come. We'll take him. We got this.
I'm
Yes,
sure.
we're going to evacuate.
Hmm?
Yes, we're going to evacuate.
And are you planning on bringing me with?
Nah, we'll leave
I don't know. What do you think we
That's
are,
above
in
my pay grade.
charge?
Oh, what was that, Dan? I didn't catch what you said.
Oh, I said that's above my pay grade.
Okay.
I don't even get paid, so there's a lot of people above my pay grade.
I got plenty of money. I should start paying people.
I mean, in theory, you all, like, do get paid by the rebellion, but, like, it's small enough amount, and then, like, gets balanced out by, like, money you spend just on, like, food and other stuff when you're traveling and such, that it, like, we kind of just consider that kind of a balance or whatever. So it's only, like, when you specifically get money from doing something specific that we actually, like, track it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pretty sure all my money comes from looting, so.
Yeah.
Pretty sure all my money comes from Jacen looting, so.
I'm not just occasionally from Joey looting.
True!
Yeah. What are your plans for the vault?
I'm sure we'll probably take what we need. Whatever's in there.
So you are wanting to get inside it?
We don't know.
Seems easy enough. I just show my lightsaber as my universal key.
This is an ancient Sith vault you're talking about. You don't think the Sith of all people wouldn't have, precautions against a lightsaber opening it up?
No.
Okay, go right ahead. Go shove your lightsaber in and see what happens.
What's the worst gonna happen? Thing exploding?
Go right ahead and try it. Let me know how it goes.
Will do.
So do you know what's in the vault?
Well, one of you two might need to let me know how it goes.
I'd rather not speak to you.
You're speaking to me right now.
Yeah, I'd rather not. I was told to.
Children.
I just say, would you rather punch him?
Yeah, that's fun.
I mean, you could deactivate the force field. Come in here right now if you want to punch me.
Not worth the effort. So do you know what's in the vault?
Sith artifacts.
Do you know specifically what's in the vault?
Do I look like a Sith or a historian or anything?
Sure, you don't look that smart.
He just kind of glares at you.
So is there anything else we need from this guy? I'm sort of sick of being around.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got any more useful information for us?
I mean, if you want to get into the vault, I could help with that.
Noted.
But you'll
Let's
have
go.
to, bring me there.
Noted. Let's go.
But we might see you later.
Let's report
We'll
back
probably
to the
see you
general,
later.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So you find the general. She's actually not in her office for once. She's directing some people aboard a ship in the hangar as come up to her, and she's like, "Oh, hey, how did it go?"
Hi. So Ikar was gonna get Balthazar his position back because he was fired.
Makes sense. Question
He does
is,
presumably know what's in the vault.
Hmm?
He presumably knows what's in the vault.
hmm,
Says it might be protected from lightsabers and stuff too, so.
He
And that we
said he
supposedly
didn't
needed help.
He did say he didn't know what was in the vault, but he knows how to get into it.
Yeah, I mean, if he knows how to get into it, I feel he already looked in it before, so.
He could be lying, but he said he didn't.
well, from my understanding, they didn't have the vault open yet when you had gotten there.
Yeah, no.
So, I don't suppose he told you how to get into the vault, though.
No.
Nope. Only that he can help us get into it.
But we'd have
He
to
has
take
to
him
get
with.
it as.
Yeah, that seems sketchy at best. Jacen, do you think you could get into the vault?
Well, considering it's owned by the Sith, I'm sure he's not lying about saying they probably took precautions. So.
I mean, you and Mira are probably the two most knowledgeable people on the space about the Force.
This is the best we got?
At least from what's
Don't
known.
actually say that.
That new guy, Luke Skywalker, I think his name was. He's he apparently knows some stuff too, but from what I've heard, he got very minimal training. So yeah, and based on what some of the people told me about Mira on the mission to the Death Star, I'm not sure how I feel about her going near anything Sith related.
Yeah.
So Jacen, you're our best bet to find out what's in the vault.
Oh God.
Do you say that?
Best bet?
Do you say
That
that?
the universe is doomed?
Yeah, I say that. That's something I would say. Just oh God.
And you were there while he was training under Master Lucian, so this makes this even better. Yeah. And I think we also talked about Tartatha knowing General Spacewalker from back in the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she's like, Tartatha, I know you knew from back in the Clone Wars, like, you know, you had some encounters with Jedi and such. So you're probably also at least somewhat knowledgeable just based on your experience and such.
A little. I definitely found them to be fascinating people, Jedi's, but I'll do my best.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Zoey can show you where it is. I don't like the idea of bringing Balthazar out there with you.
Neither
But
do I.
ultimately, it's up to you.
I don't know.
Well, we could always initially check, and if it doesn't work out, then maybe we could go back and get him.
If we have him, you know, cuffed, it's 3 of us armed versus him unarmed.
R2 goes beep boop, and like his blast rifle pops out,
4
goes
of
back
us.
down.
I feel like we should just take him. I mean, what's he gonna do?
I mean, maybe we could take some people with us, just like, I don't know. They keep guarding him as we check, and if we do happen to end up like deciding we need him, we can always go up and take him down there.
I don't think it hurts to just take him, as long as he's contained.
I don't trust him at all. I don't trust him.
Obviously not, but 4 of us armed versus 1 of him unarmed and cuffed. What's he gonna do?
I don't know. He knows the area better than I do, so he might be able to find a way to slip away from us.
And still be cuffed and unarmed in the middle of a forest with presumably no friends around?
I don't trust him. I feel like he can get away. You can take him, but
You know, I'll just cut off one of his feet, you know, so he can run.
No.
If you want to bring him with cuffed, then that's yeah, then you can do that.
Jacen?
Good by me.
I also would like to refill my med packs before we leave, just for the because I only have 1 left after last time.
Yeah, if you need some med packs, you can have another 4.
Alright, reasonable.
Anyone else need anything?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Beep boop. Okay.
I'm actually just gonna bring a snack with me.
Okay.
Like a granola bar.
Yeah. Just like a ration bar of some kind.
Yeah.
Okay.
And go get Balthazar, I guess.
So then you go down to Balthazar, the guard, cuffs him and lets him out. Do you want him cuffed in the front, hands in the front, or the back?
I feel like back. back, right?
Yeah, back.
Yeah,
back.
same.
So yeah. So you have him hands cuffed in the back.
Just cover his feet too.
No. Shut the fuck up.
That'd make him move too slow.
Uh,
I mean, we could cuff him on his feet and I could just carry him.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, if he's covered his feet, at least he can run.
True.
I vote for covering his feet too.
No.
Well, do you want to carry him?
Just let him walk. What is he gonna do? He's so defenseless already. He's not that powerful. I took him out by punching him.
We're not talking about power, we're talking about escapability. You don't have to be powerful to escape. You just gotta be sneaky as hell.
You have to have like friends, which he doesn't have.
That we
Okay.
know of.
I was make the decision. You're carrying him. He's getting cuffed on his feet.
So that's the decision we're going with.
Yes.
I guess so.
Okay. Make me a strength roll or a lifting roll to carry him.
It's me that's carrying, right?
I'm assuming so.
18.
18.
Tartatha just chucks him down the hole.
Lifting.
Yeet.
Yeah, yet.
Okay. So you pick him up and start carrying him, and the group of you sets off. I assume you're going straight there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're walking there, and you're most of the way when the weight becomes a bit too much for you. And how are you carrying him?
I'm gonna say just slung over my shoulder.
Okay. So he's slung over your shoulder, and then you're carrying him, and the weight's getting too much for you, and he slides off your shoulder onto the ground.
I just say oops.
And yeah, and he's just like, as you know, you drop him, he's just like, damn it. Ugh. Clumsy oaf.
Can I just pick him up by his neck and throw him back over my shoulder?
Make me another lifting roll.
13.
Oof.
Getting worse.
Zoe
I mean,
should have done it.
you're a bit tired apparently.
So you try like lifting him up again, and then you just kind of like you yourself kind of fall backwards, landing on your butt, and yeah.
Kind of hoping like he'd drop him again, just fall on top of him.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of like falls on top of like you kind of fall to the ground, him like kind of landing on top of you, and
Like one of those rom-coms. An unknowing Wookiee fell in love with the person that he hated the most.
Well, guess we should take a break so he can rest up.
Okay, either I can carry him or we can just uncuff his legs.
No.
Fine, I'll carry him.
How tall are you?
5'2"? Zoey is tiny.
Yeah, he is 6 foot.
I'm gonna carry him. Bridal style.
Jesus.
Uh,
Cradle style. He's just gonna rock him gently back and forth.
Bridal.
Oh, I thought you said cradle style.
okay, so how are you carrying him?
Bridal.
Okay. Yeah. So then, yeah, you pick him up and no issues, and just start walking while Tartatha is still sitting on the ground and Jacen is leaning against a tree.
Perfect.
And you just start marching away, and they like quickly scramble to catch up with you. R2, of course, is just at your side already, walking.
Of course.
Well, I was gonna say walking with you. He's rolling while you're walking because wheels. But yeah,
I'll just use the force. I'll just use the force to float after her.
use the force to float after her.
I don't think that's actually a thing, though. Wouldn't that be? That would probably be what is it? Telekinesis or something.
Yeah, some kind of telekinesis.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to. Obviously, it seems too much effort.
You're not going to? Oh, but I wanted to see how that was gonna go.
I mean, for comedic effect, I can do it. Try it, just see what happens.
Okay, we're just gonna see here because I think there was something in the telekinesis thing. Let's see here.
It'd probably be under levitate.
Well, it's under telekinesis. I thought there was something in there.
Well, because there's like the levitate person thing. Use that to pull Theo out of a pit once.
That was the telekinesis power.
Fair.
Okay, a telekinesis can be used to levitate oneself or other characters.
Yeah, it's probably just like for lifting, not actually like from movement.
Okay, let's see here. How heavy is Jacen?
64.
64 kgs?
Kilograms.
Yes.
Yeah.
I obviously it's kgs. That'd be very light if it was pounds. Okay.
Jacen is actually tiny. Jacen is actually 8 years old.
Okay, roll your altar.
Okay. That's just showing
Fuck's sake.
you.
I mean, as good as the fucking best strength roll.
Okay. So yeah, you're just gonna like. So you said you were gonna be floating up to her, or like floating next to her, or.
Yeah, just next to her, I guess.
Okay. Are you facing forward, or are you like going like are you like levitating yourself and going backwards just to like be all cool?
No, better. I'm just gonna fly near like.
So you fly up next to her like this, so you're going like so you're not looking ahead. You're looking to the side at her, okay?
Just let me float against a tree or anything. I'm
The worst part of this is we could have used this power to help with Balthazar.
Yeah.
Roll me a perception then.
Oh god.
The worst.
Okay, so yeah, so you're nicely like levitating yourself and like floating right past her, acting all cool, and then slam right into a tree.
Oh.
Not fast enough. Not fast enough that we're gonna like do any damage to you, but just like.
Oh, did not see that one.
By that time, I've already gotten up, wiped off. I look over, I'm like, yep, there's our most knowledgeable Jedi.
Yeah.
Also, is it just altar? Or is it just because it's for myself?
It was just altar. Yeah.
Oh. Because I was thinking like it's altar. It sounded more like it's like altar plus control or something. I'd probably think of something else then.
Yeah, it was just altar because like control is generally stuff that has to do with yourself, Sensing is sensing other stuff. Alter is like altering other stuff. Well, or I mean, it's kind of more complicated because like you do need like control plus alter for things like control another's pain or inflict pain or return to contact. So control plus alter. So control is generally stuff you do to yourself. Control plus alter is like the stuff that you can do to yourself doing to others. But telekinesis, that's just alter. Ooh, transfer force. Oh. Oh. Oh, transfer force is the thing that allows you to keep mortally wounded characters alive, so they don't need to do the roll every round.
Huh. Would have been useful. Although he wasn't there.
No, didn't have the force users for that session. But good to know for this for the future. Target the power.
That is actually good because I recently said that if I ever got mortally wounded, I'd just be fucked.
Target of the power goes into hibernation and will only die after hours or days. Plenty of time to get them to a rejuvenation tank.
Mm.
Yep. So, you make your way to the hole in the ground. The rope ladder is still there.
Great. How are we getting him down this hole now?
Someone could levitate him down.
Do I want to try?
So much fucking effort for this.
I don't know.
Making this so much harder than it needs to be. He could have just walked.
Could we just like use the rope and like
How far down is it? Can we just eat him?
Did we say?
I mean,
I don't think we said last time.
No. I mean,
it would be.
If I could just wave down and be like, "Yo, I'll catch him."
It would be. Let's see here. Maybe like 10 meters down.
No, he'll survive if we throw him down. He might have
He'll be fine.
He might have a bruise or two.
I mean, don't forget he is also still wounded because he was healed from being incapacitated, but he's still wounded.
Just uncuff him. What's he gonna do now? He'll be stuck just down in a hole. Can't get up the ladder before we get to him. He'll be fine. Can't do anything. Just uncuff his legs.
Fine. I'll uncuff him.
Thank
fuck. Just his legs or his hands as well?
Just his legs.
Yeah. Actually, how's he gonna?
Because, so you uncuff his legs. He's like, for rope ladder, I'm kind of gonna need my hands as well.
I'd say recuff him with the hand in front. That should give him enough weight to, use his hands to climb down.
Or we can have we could just uncuff him, have somebody waiting down for him to recuff him.
That could work too.
Sure. I'll go down.
Okay. Zoey goes down first. So you uncuff him and then take, or did you bring an extra set of cuffs? Or you, wait.
We're gonna leave his legs uncuffed. So I'll just take
good point. So you take the one that he had his legs, go down with that one, and then he's up there with Jacen Tartatha. So he's like, okay, you're gonna uncuff me now, or
push him down? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you uncuff him, and he goes, and he climbs down.
And then I'm gonna recuff him.
Still behind his back?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't try to resist or anything.
Better not. He knows the other is gonna get punched in the face again.
Yeah. I guess you're leaving R2 up top to
Yeah,
keep watch or whatever.
Yeah.
just like
Okay.
last time.
Yeah.
So then Jacen and... I guess it would actually be... I was saying earlier that it was 8 goons, but it would actually be 9, because there was another one that you had found that was the sentry.
Yeah.
I also just realized that. That's not really relevant, but... just also
Wait,
to
there were
remember that.
3 up top, actually. Weren't there?
Oh yeah, there were the 3 up top. So there was one you found earlier, that...
Yeah.
And then, so that would be,
14,
12.
maybe?
There would be 12 that are still alive. Because 2 that were killed, but...
Also,
Yeah.
random note, but R2 has a comm, right? Like, has some way of contacting?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, wouldn't be able to understand, but I feel like if R2 called me and was just like beep, boop, beep, I would be like, oh, okay, something's wrong.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Just a precaution. If he's keeping watch, I feel like we should have a way to actually contact us if something does happen.
Yeah.
I was just like, how's it going? I'm a little bored.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a rainforest. If R2's bored, he could just, like, shoot some bugs or something.
True.
Yeah. So then Tartatha and Jacen go down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you go down and join Zoey and Balthazar at the bottom of the rope ladder, and then I assume you go down hallway into the room with the vault, which I can't remember how much I described it last week, if at all.
I don't remember anything about it.
That was so long ago, man.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, it actually looks like a solid wall, but there's like a image of like a square, well, square but with rounded corners, and then there's like various symbols inside the square, and the square is like, I don't know, like that big or whatever, and just like, I don't know, a few feet off the ground. Yeah, I'm gonna say like 3 feet from the ground. So yeah.
So how do we get it open?
Well, you see the symbols on there, right?
No, I'm blind.
It's a combination of sorts. So the correct combination will obviously open it. Incorrect combinations, well, depending on which incorrect combination, it can have a variety of nasty effects.
Okay, so what's the combination?
Well, the first one you press is that one with, like, the squiggly lines that kind of looks like an upside-down Wookiee.
If we hit the wrong combination, will it affect everyone in the room or just the person pushing the buttons?
Depends on which wrong combination.
Cool, you're pushing the buttons.
Okay.
Change the cuffs to in front. Everyone cool with this?
Sure.
Not really, but why not?
Okay.
I'm gonna pay close attention to which ones he's pushing.
Okay. So he goes over, and first of all, he presses the one that he had just described to you. One with the squiggly lines that looks a bit like an upside-down Wookiee.
Mm-hmm.
Then he presses a second symbol that looks a bit like an inside-out X-Wing. I'm not sure what that means, but that's what it looks like.
Okay, Okay.
Okay.
Then he pushes one that looks like a kind of looks like a bantha mixed with a what are those lizard things called? Dewbacks? And then he goes to press one that you hadn't actually noticed before, but now, like, as you see, like, him reaching for it, like, it looks fuzzy, like when you're having a dream and you can't focus on something.
Okay.
Yeah. And as soon as he presses that one, he disappears.
Okay.
Of course.
Just gonna try to press the same combination.
Okay, you're pressing the same combination. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Zoey disappears in front of you. So what are Jacen and Tartatha doing now?
I'm just gonna follow.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay. And Tartatha, you just see Jacen disappear. You see everyone disappear.
Yeah, I mumbled. I was like, I knew this would be trouble, and then I do the same thing.
You're just standing like.
Okay.
Tartatha dies.
So, so Zoey, you appear on a cliff that is overlooking a forest, but not like a rainforest. So this isn't like on Yavin 4. It's a coniferous. I was trying to like deciduous coniferous, but yeah, coniferous forest.
Okay.
So pine trees. Yes. And such. So yeah, on the cliff itself, there's not really like anything. It's just like, you know, a rock cliff or whatever on like a mountain or whatever. But like down on the ground, it's a coniferous forest. And then just like shortly after you appear there, Jacen appears right next to you.
What the hell are we?
Is Balthazar anywhere?
Balthazar is not there. Tartatha does not appear there.
Okay.
Cool.
Well.
Can I try and sense him? Sense where he's nearby or anything?
Yes. Let's see here.
I try and tell where we are in some way.
Make me a knowledge. Planetary systems? Okay.
Yep.
Didn't
It's gonna
quite need to
go
roll right yet, but
super
that-
well.
that is my sense roll though.
Let's see here.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Zoey has no idea where the two of you are. For life sense.
Try.
Hey, this is actually like the actual use of life sense. Usually I kind of modify it because you're just like trying to detect if there's other people around. But detecting a specific person is actually the standard use of it. Let's see here. So base difficulty is 5, modified by target proximity and relationship.
But I am considering the fact that he's probably not here, so it probably doesn't matter how high I'd roll.
Let's see. How would you characterize your relationship to Balthazar?
Close friends.
BFFs.
Obviously. Huh.
Acquaintances.
Yeah.
I mean, recurring enemies is almost like friends, but no, acquaintances.
Frenemies.
Frenemies.
They've really bonded through this walk,
And let's see here, proximity. Yeah, so yeah, you don't sense him.
He's either already super far away or he's just not here.
Probably not here. Because I pressed the buttons like right after. So, do we look around then?
I'd say we do.
Both of you make me a search roll.
Oh, I was going to do perception, but please.
Generally, if you're like actively looking for something, I do have you do search rolls. Perception is just like the passive perception, because search is something you can actually improve. So, yeah. Let's see. So a 20 and a 12. So yeah, so you're looking around, and you're noticing something about Jacen specifically is kind of noticing that something seems off about this location. Like, you're not quite sure what it is, but you've had, visions and obviously dreams, and there was that one time you were in a virtual reality world and such. So you kind of get the sense that this isn't a real location. You're not sure what it is, if it's... Although the fact that it's a Sith Vault means it's probably something Force-related, you figure. But yeah.
Do I sense anything Force-related at all?
Roll me a sense. You can feel this place permeating with the dark side.
I'll just tell her that in the meantime too, or whatever I see or feel.
Okay. Now we're gonna go over to Tartatha.
Exciting.
Who appears
in a strip club.
Not my old job.
Dare I ask what your job was in the strip club? Because,
I mean, I don't wear clothes. I'd be the worst stripper ever. I just showing everything off at the beginning.
Yeah.
I could this isn't canon, but I could see like a bouncer.
Maybe the bartender.
I don't know if Tartatha's charismatic enough to be a bartender, but
the thing is, a lot of patrons wouldn't understand him anyway, so they wouldn't know.
Yeah, true.
Depending on where the strip club was, I suppose. But no, you don't find yourself in a strip club.
Planetary go playing.
You find yourself actually underwater.
Lovely.
So make me a swimming roll. See if
swimming, that's just under strength, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're a Wookiee, so have a decent shot at that.
13.
Wow, you are not on it with your strength rolls today.
No, I am not.
It's like the only thing you're good at.
I can fly good too.
Zoe's here, bitch.
We don't need a pilot now.
I mean, I didn't say I was the best at it. I just said I could do it good.
Okay. So, yeah, so you do manage to get yourself to the surface of the water, and you look around, and you see an island nearby, and, you also see, Balthazar in the water, kind of struggling to stay afloat with, you know, the cuffs on him.
I swim over to Balthazar.
Okay.
I leisurely backstroke over. But no, I swim over just normal.
Okay.
I wiki paddle.
Okay. So you swim over to Balthazar.
Hopefully he understands me. I'm like, okay, so where are we?
He understands you, doesn't he?
He has to roll for it. I don't know how good his rolls are.
Like I said, he's struggling to stay above, so he's kind of like, what?
Oh, great. So I guess I'm gonna drag him to the island.
Okay. Roll me a swimming and a lifting, each of them at a -1, since you're doing them together.
Awesome, my rolls have been so good too.
Just watch your roll better now.
Up, okay, 18 and 14. So better and about the same.
And the 18 was the swimming, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of
If he dies, he dies.
You kind of managed to drag him over with you and get to solid ground, and you kind of just like toss him onto the sand of the beach, and he kind of like spits up some water and, you know, looks around and kind of looks at you
And we kiss.
You are just into Balthazar here.
You're so thirsty.
I know Valentine's Day was yesterday, but like.
But no, I try and ask him again if he knows where we are.
Says it like slower.
Where are we? I like sort of motion to the ground to a sort of like act, like the where are we, like the hands up thing.
That's a good question. That didn't quite work how I expected it to.
How did you expect this to work?
I was expecting it to teleport me, which it may have done, but not here.
I sort of give him a look like he said a stupid thing, because, it did teleport us.
Do you say it? Do you say that? That it did teleport us?
Yeah.
Or it just looks like it teleported us?
What do you mean by look? Do you think this is some sort of weird Jedi trick? Or,
Sith trick?
Yeah.
It might be. Something does seem off. Like, look around you.
I guess I look around.
Okay, roll me a search.
Oh, this is gonna be great. So I look around, like, all I can see is just this clumpy brown stuff.
Yeah, so you look around, and basically what you see is a desert island. I mean, it's not a very big island, but yeah, it's just all sand, and then you're surrounded by ocean.
Yeah, so I just see a desert island.
Was there a cake by the ocean?
What?
I said there's not a cake by the ocean.
No cake.
What a shame.
See, I thought you said Yoshi, not ocean at first. Which is why I'm like, Yoshi, what?
We're not on planet Egu.
I'm having cake by the Yoshi. I'm having cake by the Zuno.
So I ask, do you know where my comrades have gone? I'm not gonna say friends. I don't know. At least I don't know Zoey that well.
Your comrades, like teammates. Anything would be better.
Allies.
Did you and them press the same sequence that I did?
I know I did. I know they try to press the same sequence. I'm assuming they press the same sequence.
Maybe they're out there drowning somewhere. You should probably go check.
I think about Jacen. I'm like, perhaps, but they'll be fine. Right now, unfortunately, you're the best person for this situation because I know a little about the Force, but I am no Force user.
And I look like a Force user?
Touche. Mister, what can I do?
See,
So what are you sensing? What's making you think that it's not right?
Well, like, look at the sky.
All right.
Like, doesn't it look like it's, I don't know, almost like there's a seam or something?
Can I notice that?
Roll me a search.
God, I'm not gonna notice it. 8, 2 better.
You notice that the sky is a nice bright blue.
Beautiful day.
Beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky.
I say if I see you mean just the most beautiful blue sky ever, then yeah, I see it.
Also, no sun in the sky.
Okay, I should be able to notice no sun, right?
that you notice. And you notice that there's no sun in the sky.
Okay,
despite
good.
it being, a nice sunny day. A nice bright day.
I sort of just look down at him and look down. I guess I could look down at him because I'm pretty tall. And plus I'm like, okay, yeah, something's going on. You hopefully know how to get out of here since you put yourself in this mess.
I mean, no.
Should have just let you drown. How big is this island that we're on? Like, is there any way that we can look around, or is it just what we see is what we got?
Like, walking from this side to the other side would take like a minute.
God damn. Okay.
And it's just sand.
Is there?
It's like this
It's just
tiny
sand.
round island.
What?
Is it like this tiny round island?
Yeah, basically a tiny round island of sand.
God, all I could think about also is just like the desert island movies and stuff. It's like, so what 5 movies would you watch now? But no,
What would you bring with you to a desert island if you could only bring
Yeah.
one thing?
So what if we dig?
I mean, you want to dig, you go right ahead. It's a bit difficult for me to dig with these cuffs on.
fucking dig.
Well,
Maybe
we're stuck on a
you
desert
can.
island together, so I guess I'll just take them off.
Okay. And then
I'd say don't do anything funny, but we're on a desert island. So would you help me?
so yeah, the two of you start digging. And then we're gonna cut back to Jacen and Zoey.
Did we notice anything particular?
Yeah, you two actually do also, after looking on the sky, also notice no sun in the sky,
Okay.
despite being a nice, bright day. Bright, seemingly sunny day, just with no sun. What?
Inside
Have
jokes
you
are real
Have you ever
dumb.
seen one of the Ghibli movies, like Grave of the Fireflies?
No.
Basically, there's a scene at one point, like he's like the main character's sister dies, and he's like the guy's explaining how to best burn or cremate the body and whatever, and it's like, but it's fine, oh, beautiful day, isn't it?
He's just like, here's exactly how you burn your sister. Anyway, beautiful day. Gorgeous. Just, ooh, that sun, dude. Anyway.
Okay.
I, like, laughed way too hard about it. I, like, cried laughing because it was so funny to me at the time.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Okay.
I'll just start mowing down some trees to see or it does anything.
So are like you going down the mountain?
Oh wait, there's no
You're-
trees
you-
around us at all.
You're on a cliff, and
Oh, wait.
you're looking out over a vast forest.
Okay.
Can we go down
What?
somehow?
You could try
What's, like, around us besides the cliff?
like basically like so there's like a mountain, and then there's kind of like a cliff jutting out, and you're on that cliff, but it's just like solid like rock or formation or whatever jutting out of the mountain and such.
Okay. Can I can I try to wake up? It's a dumb thing, but it's what Zoey would do.
I mean, I don't think we're asleep because we got like teleported away.
It's what Zoey would do.
Can you try to wake up?
I'm just gonna try to wake up.
Also, Dan, we need you to calm down. You know, all this talk about rock formations.
If you're trying to wake up, what I'm gonna ask you to do is make me a. I think for that, I'm just gonna have you make a straight up perception roll.
Okay. Great.
9. So you try to wake up. You basically like you close your eyes and then try to like force them open, and you do that, and you're still here on this cliff.
Cool. Alright.
I'm gonna just try something funky. Can I just try to make a hole in the ground, just like the lightsaber, just to see whatever happens?
You just like stab your lightsaber down
Yeah.
to the ground. Okay. You stab your lightsaber down to the ground, and it makes a hole in the ground, exactly as you would expect.
Can I look into the hole? Is there anything?
You look
Like,
at
depends-
like
I
what?
don't know, how big of a hole are we talking? Like, just like from like the stab I made, there's like, say I just made like a circle, just a giant hole now. Or it's more like a peeking hole at this point, I guess.
Well, if you just stabbed in, you'd be making a hole out of like the size of the lightsaber, however far in you stabbed it.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna look in then, just to see if I see anything.
you look in. You see it's a hole in rock.
Okay.
If you get close to really look in, you can't see anything because you're blocking whatever the source of the light is with your head.
Okay. Well, we could try climbing.
I'm down.
Okay.
I'll just levitate myself down, you know?
Are you actually levitating yourself down?
No.
Okay.
God damn it! If only I was fucking Halo or you were Jacen.
Okay.
If only either of us were our characters that have jetpacks. Both of our other characters have jetpacks.
Okay. Both of you make me a climbing jumping roll.
At least I'm okay at them.
17
Hey.
and 15.
So just sort of both roll like a. We just both roll like a 4, just like be full of cherry, just tumble down the mountain.
Ugh.
Like what Leif would just tumble down.
Okay, yeah, you start climbing down. It's, a bit tricky, but you're, taking your time, slowly going, finding handholds and footholds and such, and slowly you're climbing down. While you're doing that, we're going to go back over to Tartatha and Balthazar, who have been digging holes in the sand.
Talking about our lives.
Have you been talking with your life?
I could see at least him be talking to him about how old is this guy that I'm talking to?
26.
I could sort of see it being like a old guy, young guy thing, where I'm just sort of talking about the Clone Wars, just like you don't know anything.
And any specific stories you're telling?
I'd say mostly battles to where I totally destroyed the people who would later become the Empire and how much they suck.
The people who would later become the Empire was the Republic.
Oh.
And you presumably would have been fighting on the side of the Republic.
True. Well, then I just talk about war stories.
Okay. Because the Republic was fighting the war against the Separatists, and then they used that to. Well, Palpatine used that to. It's like, oh, we're in war, emergency powers. I'm now Emperor. Well, technically it was Jar Jar Binks who
I was about to say all thanks to Jar Jar.
But they give Palpatine emergency powers, and then he declared himself Emperor, and then declared the Jedi the enemy of the Republic or the Empire, and all that. But yeah, so you're just kind of talking on, and he's seemingly just as far as you can tell, he's not even paying attention as he's just digging in the hole or whatever. And then, had you uncuffed him? Yeah, you had uncuffed him, right?
Yeah, I uncuffed him.
Yeah, so he's just digging, and I want you to make me a perception check.
Why? That's a roll that tight ass 2d6. 9.
You notice in the hole he's digging, all of a sudden you notice a glint of metal.
Can I pull it out?
In the hole he's digging.
In the hole he's digging?
Yeah.
Oh. Can I get him to stop him? Like, hey, can you stop for a couple seconds?
As you're saying that, he pulls out of the hole a blaster and points it at you.
Am I close enough just to punch him?
You can try, and he's going to try to shoot you, so...
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and punch him.
And, because you're at point-blank range, so...
Yeah.
So roll your brawling.
25.
Oh, I just look at your numbers and I'm like... Because he also rolled a 25 on 5 dice. His were all 5s.
Nice.
Mine were almost.
Yeah, you had a 6 and a 4, but the other 3 were 5s. That would have been ridiculous if both of you had all 5s.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're so close to that. Let's see here. Let's see if you tie initiative. If rolls are tied and one of the tied players is a player character, he gets to go first. So,
Woo! So roll for strength or whatever.
yeah, roll for damage, which is your strength.
21.
And you have mortally wounded him.
Well, he's screwed because I don't think I have any freaking med packs on me. I don't.
You dumbass, you were offered.
So I just drag him out of the hole and just start digging some more. Also, I cuff him just in case. And I keep the gun on me.
That
Okay.
is smart, though.
Okay. So you go back to your digging, and we're going to go back to Jacen and Zoey. Yeah, so you at this point you're about halfway down, and I'm going to need each of you to make me another climbing jumping, because it's a long climb, so...
Oof.
And, yeah, you manage to continue climbing, and you get down to the base. And you are now at the base of this mountain, trees stretched out before you.
If we look around, do we notice anything?
Both of you make
Yeah.
me a search roll. 18 for Jacen, 22 for Zoey. Nice. What Zoey notices, well, what Jacen notices, what you both notice, is that the trees all look pretty much identical to one another. Like, they're all like the same size. They have the same I shouldn't say pretty much. They all look identical to each other. They're all the same sizes, have branches in the same locations and everything. What Zoey notices is that a short distance away, there's actually a single tree that looks different. It has a wider trunk.
That tree looks different.
Do I cut it down?
No, hold on. Let's go up and investigate the tree. Touch it,
Okay.
feel it, look at it.
You go up and you touch this tree. Is Jacen also doing that?
I should say no, because that's gonna be something. But I'm gonna say yes.
So Zoe touches the tree, and it like feels like a normal tree, although it almost feels just a little like there's a little bit of almost it seems like heat that you feel like just a little bit that seems a bit off. Jacen, upon touching it, instantly dies. Jacen, upon touching it, feels just like the dark side washing over him.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my hand off.
Yeah, and even next to it, not having touched it or whatever, you can like sense the dark side emanating from it.
Huh. Okay, take a step back. I'm gonna take a cut of this.
Okay.
Okay, so you activate your lightsaber. What kind of cut are you doing to it?
I do like a fancy Zorro cut.
A Z? Okay. So, yeah, you cut the Z in it, and as you do that, under the bark, it's in the Z. It's basically glowing red.
Okay.
Could there be something under the tree? I'm gonna cut the entire tree away. Just go
Chop it
freaking
down.
timber on that thing.
Okay, at about like what height are you cutting it down?
I'll at least do it at the side. Let's see. What will be about like? But like a quarter from the tree, and then at the side, that makes sure that it falls that way too. And then just walk to the other side, so that if it falls over, it doesn't just drop on us.
Okay. But like at what height are you cutting it down? Like how much of a stump are you leaving?
Say like waist height, maybe.
Waist height?
Yeah.
Okay. So, describe again for me how you're doing this. You're cutting like a quarter way through on the one side, you said?
Yeah, that make sure it falls that way.
And then, okay. You're going around and then cutting it the rest of the way?
Yeah.
Okay. So, cut the quarter way or whatever. And even just like doing that, like, you can feel your lightsaber handle getting hot as you're doing that. Not like burning you, just like, you know, it's just, hotter than normal or whatever. And then you go around and cut the other side, and so when you cut through or whatever, so you're cut fully through, and the tree above where you cut just kind of hovers there above the stump for like 3 seconds, and then it falls over. And so where you cut, like on the tree where you cut over, and now also the Z on it, now it just looks like normal wood under the bark, but the stump, the top of it, is glowing red.
Well, there's definitely the dark side thing, so that's definitely not good.
Yeah. I'm tempted to just touch it, but that's a bad idea. I feel like it's not a good idea to just walk up and touch it, but I kind of want to.
While we're pondering this, we'll go back over to Tartatha, who has continued digging and actually comes upon a hatch buried. Yeah, you come across some metal, and you kind of dig around, and it's a hatch. Sorry, I just had a flashback to Lost upon saying that you're finding a hatch on an island, but
More flashbacks.
Yeah. Flashback to Lost actually, yeah, is very thematic considering all the flashbacks in the show. But yeah, so you find a hatch.
So I guess I'm gonna take out my bowcaster just to be at the ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and open the hatch.
Okay. You open the hatch, and looking down, you see like a metal floor and like a ladder going down to it. It's only like floor is only like 2 meters down or whatever, but it's like kind of a tube, and then there's kind of a doorway out of the tube, so you can't quite see like beyond just like can't see what's through the door. There's no door. There's no door. It's just a doorway, but like just because of the angle, it's that you can't see.
Yeah.
Anything.
So like I guess I'm gonna just go down as quietly as a Wookiee can.
Okay, roll me a stealth or hide sneak.
Which I still think is a 2d6 for me. Nope, it's 3d6. Oh snap!
Yeah, you had upgraded, I believe, recently.
Yeah. And I got an 11.
An 11. Okay, so trying to be sneaky. You feel like you are making a bit more noise. You definitely feel like you're making more noise than you want to, but you're trying your best. And you get down there, and pretty much as soon as you get down there, I'm assuming you like. I assume you're already climbing down and like kind of looking over your shoulder. So as you get to the door, and then as you get low enough, you can see through the doorway, and then like kind of like swinging your bowcaster around so you can point inside wherever you're going down to. And once inside, you see it's a small room. There's a computer in there. You do see another 2 doors, but those are actual doors. They're closed. And sitting at the computer is Balthazar, who looks over as you come down.
God.
But you do have a bowcaster pointed at him, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he's terrified of the bowcaster.
He actually looks kind of annoyed as you come down.
I just say, why am I not surprised I see you again? I'm seeing you again. Haven't I seen it before or no? I forget who I've met, but...
I said Balthazar.
You know the guy you just basically killed?
Oh. Oh.
Hello?
Were you thinking it was... I said Ikar?
I am having an off day today, man. I'm trying my best.
Yeah, it's Balthazar, the guy that you were just like, just fought with and mortally wounded up on the island. Yeah. So do you still say, why am I not surprised, or are you saying something else now?
I feel like that still would work.
Okay. And yeah, he just kind of like sighs. Welp, welcome on in. Make yourself at home.
Welcome to my home.
Make yourself at home.
I'm feeling comfortable enough right now. So what's going on? Who did I punch?
That was me. Technically. It's complicated.
Well, I've got plenty of time. You can explain things to me.
Well, So, after I died up there, because you injured me, and then, like, you know, I died shortly after. I'm sure you weren't paying attention at that point.
I was a little busy digging, yeah.
I woke up in here, and, but with, like, a greater understanding of what here is.
So, what is here?
So, here is the lock to the vault.
So, is this how we open the vault?
I think so.
And what are we opening? Because I don't feel comfortable about this.
What are we opening? The vault?
Well, I mean, like, what's in the vault?
Sith artifacts. I still don't know more about that. But it seems that dying in here is, or death in here is part of how you unlock it. So by you killing me, we have taken the first step in unlocking it.
What's the next step?
Not entirely certain. You know, we could test out me killing you.
Let's save that for a different time.
Okay.
What about my missing, I almost said partners. I can't think of words today.
Allies.
Yes, there. What about my missing allies? Think they're part of it too?
Probably. Just perhaps they ended up in a different part of the lock.
So we might need to wait for them to complete their tasks?
Possibly.
Have you tried opening those doors over there?
The one is locked, and the other, well, you can go see for yourself if you want. It's the one on the left.
I go see for myself.
So you go and you open the door on the left, and you see a vast darkness. And it's, so there's no light even from, like, inside the room you're in going into the darkness, and yet you can still somehow see that said darkness is vast, which kind of hurts your brain a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I assume you, like, close the door almost right away.
Yeah. I have seen a lot of things, and that's a first.
Indeed. You know much about computers?
I know a bit, yes.
Think you can get this computer here working?
I'll give it a shot.
Okay. Go over and roll me a computer program repair.
Alright. Make sure I have the right for this. Okay, that's just going to be a 3D plus 1 for me. Right.
El-
12.
Oh, 12. Yeah, the 11 was the last roll. Still.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go over and you start fiddling around with the computer, and you don't seem to be making much progress at it. And we'll go back over to Jacen and Zoey, who
At a chopped down evil tree.
have dropped down an evil tree.
Nature pad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jacen starts hearing a voice. Well, it sounds like multiple voices, but all talking together in his head, saying, "Come to us."
Oh, I'm good.
Do you just say that out loud? I'm good.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Join us.
No, good.
You okay, buddy?
I hear people talking.
Zoe tries really hard to hear people talking.
The only people you hear talking are the two of you.
I don't hear anyone.
I think it's this whole force thing. They're trying to talk to me through the force.
Okay. What are they saying?
They want me to come. They want me to join them.
Okay. Maybe.
Can I try to talk to Tartatha using the force thing? Like, what was it?
I was actually just turning to that page.
See, we're on one page.
So yeah, that's projective telepathy. So that's control plus sense.
Oof, that's gonna go well.
So because you're using both of them together, it's both of them at a -1. So roll your control first, and then your sense.
6. I can't remember if it was 5 or 10.
This is 6
That's my control, by
for the
way.
control, and then roll your sense. And how would you are you friends or close friends?
Close enough friends, I'd say, because, I mean, we've worked plenty together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wish I needed 10 for the sins, though.
And what are you trying to say?
I just want to try and figure out if he's like that he's alive or not.
So you're just thinking like, are you alive?
Yeah.
Okay. Tartatha, while Tartatha is working at the computer, he suddenly hears Jacen's voice in his head. He only hears one word, though, alive.
Is there even a way for me to respond to that, or am I just like, oh?
Is Jacen going to be trying, then, some receptive telepathy?
Yeah.
Okay, that's just sense.
Good luck.
That's better.
Okay. So what was Tartatha thinking in response?
Sort of just like a confused, like, good? Because I don't know what's going on.
So, Jacen, you hear Tartatha saying, good?
And then also sort of thinking, like, where is he?
And you hear that as well. Where is he?
I'm gonna try like to explain the situation as short as possible.
Okay, how are you going to be trying to explain it?
There's an evil tree.
Forest, evil tree, chopped down. Voices in head.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Perfect.
That's exactly what you're saying? Okay. Make your 2 rolls again. -1 for each of them.
Okay, better.
9
Mm.
and
Ooh.
4. Nope, none of that goes through.
Dead.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna stab the tree.
I thought about that too, but I was like,
Just
that's
like-
a bad idea.
Just fucking Master Sword style, you know, just.
So right into the red glowing.
I'm gonna like step back.
I have a
and look
spare
at-
lightsaber. If this one goes broken, I'll just let it go.
Which one are you using then?
You know, my red one.
Okay.
It's the dilution one anyway. Otherwise, I've option B. We just take a knife, we carve the symbols, we press together here.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to make me a strength roll.
Ooh.
Oh my god, please.
Good luck.
Oh my fucking god.
I mean, you know, I have you to heal if needed, so.
I can only do so much.
I mean, like, I'm also thinking, like, 'cause, I mean, I'm not supposed to know that. That's my character, no, but, like, I mean, Balthazar died and he came back. Who knows? Maybe I'll just, like, I'll disappear and come dropping out of the sky again. Is it, like, Jumanji movie?
So you stab into it, and then get blown back. Like there's no like noticeable explosion or anything, but like as soon as like you impact it, you go flying back, and like and just like from stabbing it, you're suddenly wounded, and you go flying back, and you hit a tree. So now I'm going to need you to make me another strength roll.
Jesus.
Well, is where I die.
Please
Rip.
don't.
Okay.
That's better.
Bring that back.
Okay.
Incapacitated.
No, it doesn't do any further damage to you as you
Okay,
hit a tree, and you kind of like hit the ground or whatever, but like that, you're not far off, so that does nothing or whatever, but just kind of fall through the ground, and yeah.
I'm gonna heal him.
Is my lightsaber still in there too?
Your lightsaber, yes, it's actually still in the trunk, in the trunk, and it's kind of like balancing there.
I'm gonna heal him.
It looks like maybe like 1 or 2 centimeters. It's 1 or 2 centimeters in, but that's not enough for it to like that. It should be balancing like that. Okay, roll medicine. Yeah, that because wounding is what is the difficulty, like 10. Yeah. So yeah, you easily heal him.
Yeah. It's my job.
Whew. Nice.
Okay. You're welcome.
I probably want to grab the lightsaber out though, at least.
You want to do that?
I'll be smart. I'm gonna use my telekinesis.
You're gonna use your telekinesis. Okay.
I could.
It's
try
the same
and
thing I used before, just alter, right?
Yeah, just
I think.
alter. roll your alter.
You know, I'm not getting anywhere near a thing. It's gonna be like, it's stuck as hell. Can't get it out.
So, you try using your telekinesis to pull the lightsaber out, and as you do that, instead you start getting pulled towards the lightsaber.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll stop trying.
It's too late.
No, you stop, and you just kind of, and you realize that as you're being pulled, like you were kind of just like levitating, just like a few inches off the ground or whatever, and then as you stop, you kind of, because you're kind of like kind of like being pulled forward like that type thing or whatever, but you just kind of back on the solid ground as you stop.
Yeah, I'm down to try that carving thing.
I don't think that's gonna do.
Like, what if, since I do still like 2 knives, if we carve like this simply pressed into the tree, is that even a possibility?
Just like a regular tree, or which tree? The one you cut down?
Yeah.
That's just lying on the ground now? Because I assume you don't mean the stump, or do you? You mean the stump?
Both, actually. I'll just first do it on the one of the other weirdly identical trees. This is where something happens.
Okay.
I also have a knife. I'll help. Just make it go quicker, I guess. I think I also have a knife. I should.
Let's see.
I do.
For drawing, what would I have you roll for that? Dexterity?
Sure.
Or... Okay, I'm first going to have each of you roll me a knowledge for how well you remember the symbols.
I mean...
Okay, Jacen has like a decent memory of the first 3. So then roll me a dex. But yeah, but you also remember the 4th one looked kind of like fuzzy, like you couldn't focus on it.
I also rolled dexterity, right? Yeah.
If you're also drawing. So Zoe's trying to draw them and not doing a very good job. Jacen is able to get like the first 3 done, but the 4th one that you had pressed was, like I said, it was kind of like fuzzy and hard to like focus on, so you're not quite sure what to draw for it.
Trying to think of anything that would, I don't know.
You could try. Let's see here. Try rolling control to try and focus it in your mind.
Okay, I'll do that.
Say.
There we go.
17. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to need another dexterity from you to draw it.
On a 14.
So, you start drawing it, and Zoe's watching as you draw it, and as Jacen, as you draw it, it looks very clear to you, but to Zoe, it's looking kind of fuzzy and hard to focus on. And it's very much confusing you. And It looks like the symbol did, though. Like the fourth symbol you pressed.
Huh.
Okay.
But does it do anything? Like, is something happening at all?
Nothing happens as you finish drawing it.
I'm gonna take a wild guess. I'm gonna press them the same way we did before.
Jacen disappears.
I'm gonna do it too.
My lightsaber, I'll miss you.
Okay. And Zoey, you disappear afterwards. So Zoey, you appear in you're basically you're in a blizzard. Well, no, you're not in a blizzard. You're surrounded by snow, but it is still a bright, sunny day with no sun. But like the ground is all covered in snow. All you see is snow for as far as you can see.
No
ground.
friends.
No friends. Jacen, you appear in
Sunny Hawaii?
what?
Sunny Hawaii?
No. So you're not quite sure how this works, but you seem to be in space, but it's still blue around you. Bright and blue, and you're kind of, though, having trouble with the whole breathing thing, being in space. I assume you don't have anything on you as far as, like, for surviving in space.
Probably not.
Any kind of breathing apparatus or anything.
I mean, something with a force maybe I can do. I don't know. I'll just put myself in hibernation.
I mean, there is...
Don't brief you sleeping.
Okay, I want to quickly check. Here we go. Okay. Let me check the force.
Because I have a vacuum suit.
You have a vacuum suit, interesting.
I do.
I think my other character does too, though.
He's a pilot, yeah, so yeah, he'd start with one. That's how I had mine.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, because what I just said, sir. Same
Yeah,
class.
I believe you, don't worry.
I started with one. Why would you not? No, you specifically don't, for some reason.
Plot twist, I dumped it.
Okay, so... someone hibernating consumes about 1/10 as much air as someone sleeping. So if you go into hibernation trance, you can survive for, I'm going to say, about 10 minutes? I don't know. Because I think you could survive for about a minute in the vacuum of space. I think that sounds right. Otherwise, you're going to die very, within a minute.
I am going to hibernate and hope for the best.
That is just control, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
11. You do not manage to put yourself into a hibernation trance. you feel yourself slipping away.
I don't know. Like I said, there's still the whole, Balthazar dying, but yet he's back anyway.
No, you just die.
Okay, so we go over to back to Tartatha and Balthazar. Tartatha, make me another computer program repair as you're still trying to fix it.
Oh, okay. That's.
So you failed earlier, but like you didn't like damage anything, make it any worse. So you're trying again, basically. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Not much else to do.
13.
Is that what did you rolled last time you tried?
Let me see here.
Is that also?
I want to say I rolled right around the same. Give me a few seconds. They rolled a lot. 12. So I rolled one better.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And yeah, and unsurprisingly, yeah, you still don't get it working. And then, as you're trying this though, and it's been a little bit since you heard Jacen's voice in your head.
Mm-hmm.
When the door you had opened earlier that led to the blackness swings open on its own, and Jacen falls through and wakes up.
Am I awake?
And wakes up.
Okay. So it's like I had no air or anything. Like I just wake up. Where the hell am I?
Yeah.
I guess I quickly go over and check on him.
Yeah, you go and check on him, and he seems perfectly fine. You don't even notice any signs that he was like, having issues breathing or anything or whatever. Like he was coughing when he came in or whatever, but Jacen, like you're coughing just because of like kind of instinct or whatever. But you realize, yeah, you don't even. It doesn't feel like you weren't breathing. Even though you have the memory of, that, of passing out and not being able to breathe.
Okay.
So I'm just like, where have you been? How'd you get here?
And as you think about it, you kind of get this, similar sense to what Balthazar had been explaining earlier about how, like, you're inside the lock, and you get the sense also that your death in space there unlocked another piece of the lock. Because you can also sense that one piece was already unlocked, and now you unlocked a second piece of it. And
so there's the third door.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how much of any of that you explain.
Who's doing the explaining? Is it me or Jacen that's trying to explain things?
Because I was just saying what he sensed. But I'm not sure
how much do you explain then?
Just everything, like that.
Okay.
Like the exact same thing he said.
Okay. So Balthazar was like, so my death unlocked one piece, and your death unlocked a second. So I think we should like reconsider my earlier suggestion about killing Tartatha, seeing if that unlocks a third piece.
No.
We're still missing one person. Maybe if they die, they'll appear here.
They. You don't know who. Just maybe if that other person.
I'm gonna try to, reach out to her to the Force.
Zoey, just die. It'll be fine.
Okay, what are you gonna try telling her?
Yeah, like I died in space, but I'm alive, and locks seem to be unlocking.
Not exactly. Okay. Roll me your things.
You know those things, those dice.
Control and sense. So that's the control, and that's the. So the 9 is control. That 14 is the sense.
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, Zoey. Yeah, Zoey hears that. I was gonna ask if you're like, if you consider yourself close friends, but
Yeah.
pretty sure you do. And even if you were just friends, that would be good. That would work. Like,
Okay.
even if you were acquaintances, that would be good enough. But not if you're only slight acquaintances.
Okay. I'm just gonna be like, cool, I'm in a snowstorm.
Well, no, not a snowstorm. It's just like snow on the ground.
Oh, I thought it was like snowing. Okay.
Yeah. I kind of started explaining that badly, and then I tried correcting, but I think...
Alright. Understandable. I'm gonna be like, cool, I'm in the middle of the snowfield.
Are you trying to
Yeah.
read and... Yeah,
On my 14.
14. What was it
Yeah,
before
we
that
roll the
one
same
again?
thing, but with one more dice.
Zeno, I love you.
Receptive. Yeah, same. Yeah, so yeah, you hear that from her as well.
Okay, so I'll just tell her that, like, Zoey seems to be in some sort of a snow.
So you were in space, or had you said you were in space?
Oh, I assume I explained, like,
Okay, yeah.
that I was in space. before
Balthazar,
I got
like,
here.
so you were in space and she is in the snow. We started out in the ocean. Look,
Well, I mean, I could just say, like, we were in a cliff of the forest before, so.
luckily your furball is good for something. He's a decent swimmer.
Huh.
I just give him the stink eye.
So is there any door that's open now that we can check?
Well, the other door in here is locked.
We have
Is
the
the
door to
door-
darkness, the door to the beach, and the locked door.
Is that door still locked, though?
Do you check it?
I'm gonna check it.
Okay. You check it, and as soon as you, like, touch it, you again hear the voices in your head. Join us.
I just... Yeah, what she said. I'm just gonna ignore them.
Okay. But you're still trying to open the door, ignoring the voices,
Yeah.
and trying to open the door. Okay. So the door slides open, and Tartatha and Balthazar see Jacen disappear, and then the door slides back shut. You did not see what was through the door before Jacen disappeared.
Oh, cool. Going for the magic disappearing act again.
I freaking hate this place.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna go back to the computer again and try and do stuff with it.
Okay. Make me another computer program repair.
Come on, 14.
11.
Nothing.
I look over at what's his name because I don't remember anyone's name,
Balthazar.
and Balthazar, I say, "You try opening the door."
He goes over to the door, tries opening it, and it's locked. He's like, yeah, it's locked. For me.
How the hell did he get through?
I don't know. He's apparently a Jedi, or
And then I stopped
something
like, "Oh, ye."
like a Jedi. Attempting to be a
so that's like, oh.
Jedi.
Yeah, I was like, well, he has been training
I honestly don't know who in their right mind thought they would train him.
Man, it was fun. You should have seen it. We'll talk about it later whenever you're back in jail. But yeah, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah. So now we'll go to Jacen. In you're actually, so you're no, I mean, I guess the room, the metal room, doesn't have a blue sky, but everywhere else has a blue sky. You're actually somewhere where it's actually not the blue sky, and it's actually night, but there are lights around. A lot of mostly like lanterns and so it's stuff lit with fire and such, whatever. And it's like a crowded so even though it's night, it's a crowded marketplace with people wandering around, buying and selling and chatting and such, and seeming to just be going about their normal day. They are a mix of various different species, humans, Wookiees, Twi'leks, a lot of different species. Many that you recognize, some that you do not.
Do I see anything out of the ordinary though?
Where's my phone?
I took it.
I quickly look up the description of one specific alien species that I'm pretty sure you won't recognize. Although you could make me acknowledge alien races while I look it up. Or acknowledge... No. I was going to say acknowledge history, but there isn't a knowledge history. So... 13.
I mean... Second perfect roll today.
Okay. The annoying thing when looking up words on your phone that aren't real words is autocorrect being like, you meant this word. No, I didn't. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, yeah, so it's,
I mean, like a moment, it's not going to take long.
Okay, that's fine. So, the one species that you're actually seeing, that there's more of these than there are of any of the others, even more of these than there are humans. Oh, no, wait, that's actually... No, wait. I just realized I made... Let's see here. Well, what did I just click on? That's actually what I wanted.
Hello, Zuno.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So, they're a red-skinned humanoid that are so they're humanoid, but they also have these tendrils that hang from their cheekbones and kind of like these what would you call those? Well, let's see what's the description here. Cartilaginous eyebrow stalks that cover their eyes. simian mouth, small noses and ears, and a slightly receding chin. 3 digits on each of their hands and feet. Although you're not really seeing their feet because, you know.
What a shame.
Yeah. And their eyes are just yellow. You don't see any pupils or whites of any sort. And they're quite large, kind of like, we're kind of ranging from 2 to 3 meters in height. And yeah. So you're seeing a lot of these around. Yeah. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's why. Okay. Yeah, you're seeing a lot of these wandering around and such. And, yeah. You don't recognize them, though. But you're seeing that they make up the majority of the species here.
I thought I might just wander around for the time being.
Okay, you're not going to try talking to anyone, just wandering around?
Yeah, it's just so I can pick up anything
Okay.
out of the ordinary.
You wander around, and you're hearing a lot of different languages being spoken, but, you know, you are hearing basic amongst them. And there's a lot of the people you're hearing are talking, like, they're, you know, it's a marketplace, so, like, some people are, like, you know, chatting about business, buying stuff, selling stuff. You hear some just, like, you know, talking about, you know, oh, how's your day, you know, what have you been up to, you know, a lot of, like, idle chit-chat. And because you are trying to, like, actively listen, I want you to make me a search roll. 16. And you do, like, I mean, something you realize is that, yeah, no one's really, like, paying you any mind. No one's even, like, really glancing at you like you look out of place or anything.
That seems good, at least.
Yeah, and that's kind of, yeah. But you're not hearing anyone talking about anything, like, anything beyond just, like, normal chit-chat that you would expect in a marketplace.
I don't know. Not sure what I can do anyway.
Make me a perception check.
I notice nothing.
Yeah, you notice nothing out of the ordinary.
How do the people look? Like, is it like one of those weird, like, thing with the tree? Like, everyone somehow looks, you know,
No.
surprisingly identical.
No.
Okay. I guess I'll just try talking to someone random to figure out where the hell I am.
Okay. Any specific, like, member of any specific species you're trying to stop, or just the first person you, like,
that I can see, like, oh, that person would actually understand me.
I mean, you don't necessarily know that just from looking at.
No, but, like,
although you know, like, I was gonna say, there's definitely some species that you would know, like, oh, I don't know, like, their language, because, like, obviously, now you understand Wookiee, but, like, if you didn't understand Wookiee, you'd know, like, a Wookiee wouldn't be able to speak basic type thing or whatever. So you do know some species that, you know, can and can't. But so first, so you just kind of stop the first random. Okay, so you stop a random Wookiee.
Oh no, Wookiee. I see. I'm skipping the Wookiees actually.
Wow.
Racist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing it happen. I'll somehow run into him.
He's just looking at the necks first.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's
Okay, then
Yeah,
instead
that's-
you'll. Okay, so you stop like random human. Okay, so what do you ask or say or?
hello. I'm not sure how I got here. Just kind of curious where I am.
Oh, you're in the town of Cedarwood.
On what planet is this?
What?
I mean, we're on a planet, right?
I mean, yeah. Well, technically we're on a moon, but
Okay, okay. What moon are we on?
we're on Yavin 4.
Wait, Ron, you haven't. Are we? So wait. Do I then like when I hear like do I even recognize the place at all? Because like
So you're in like a marketplace in a town or whatever, but kind of like when you kind of look out of the distance, you can see like that there is like rainforest or whatever. Like can't see too much because like there are walls around the town, but like you can see like some trees and such. A few trees that grow tall enough to go above the wall and such that you can see.
would I know where the Yavin 4 base is? Like around what area or city or whatever?
You don't know of any cities on Yavin 4.
Oh.
Like the only settlement you know in Yavin 4, well, settlement is the rebel base, which is built into an ancient, long abandoned temple.
I mean, ask for that specifically, like that I've heard there's like an abandoned temple which I want to look at.
An abandoned temple? I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyone who I could ask who might know?
I mean, maybe someone in the temple at the center of town might know about another temple that I don't know.
Okay, I'll go check there. Thank you.
Yeah. So, and they point out like the direction of the center of town and such. So you're heading there.
Yeah.
So yes, as you start going towards the temple, you again hear the voices in your head. They're now saying, "Yes, come join us."
I'm gonna try to reply to them like, "Who are you?"
We are one.
What do you want from me?
We are many. Come join us.
Passport. What are you offering? What do you want from me?
What is your offer?
We can give you all the answers you seek.
Well, how do you expect me to go to a total stranger?
I don't know you.
Stranger danger.
We are not stranger. You know us. You have always known us.
Have I? Do you have a name?
We are everything.
Are you the Bark?
Wrong RPG. Wrong science fiction. No. The voice does not say that. The voices do not say wrong science fiction.
What if I wait here? Just send me one of your people.
Why don't you come to me?
Oh. No, you must come to us. Willingly.
No, you come to me.
I don't have time to come to you. I'm busy. I've got a kid to take care of. Like, you gotta come here. Get an Uber, jeez.
Jacen doesn't know he has a kid yet. I mean, what?
I've had a female too. Wow. Would you consider yourself evil?
Does anyone consider themselves evil?
Wow. Fuck. No, I feel I'm strong. Let go. Bring it. I'm going.
You're still going towards the temple.
Oh my fucking
Okay.
god.
Okay.
I have no idea where I'm going anyway, because I feel there's some. If I go to, they're going to be there anyway, probably.
Okay.
I mean, then again, I'm already heading there, so.
So we're gonna go over to Zoey now, who is noticing the sky is starting to turn. I guess it's starting to. What? I was gonna say it's starting to turn purple. I guess because.
Oh, purple, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Purple's better.
Okay. There's nothing around me, right? Like, it's just
Snow. It's white snow on the ground, and now a sky that is turning purple.
how deep is the snow? Can I like start digging in it?
Sure, you can start digging. Okay, yeah. You start digging. And we are going to go back over to Tartatha. Are you still trying to fix the computer?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. One more try.
All right, big money, big money. 13, all fours.
No.
What a success.
No. Still not working.
I mean, if anything, I'm consistent.
Yeah,
Bro.
true. Okay. So we're going to go back adjacent, arriving at a large temple with massive doors that are like 3 times your height.
Do I sense anything dark side wise?
Roll me a
Probably don't
sense.
Here comes the 4x6. Perfect.
You sense the dark side completely surrounding you.
Cool. I'm at the, what is it? The town of Darkside. Darkside City.
Great.
Are you opening the doors or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel I can go anywhere at this point anyway.
You open the doors and step inside. I'll go again to Zoey, who's digging, and the sky is continuing going from purple and is now starting to turn red. As you dig your hole and you find a hatch.
Okay, I'm gonna open up the hatch.
You open up the hatch and you see a ladder going down about 2 meters. I think that was what I said last time. and going down a tube, and you see a metal floor, and yeah.
I'm gonna climb down.
You climb down, and you find yourself entering the room with Balthazar and Tartatha.
Oh my god, hi. There's snow up there, and also the sky is turning red. Where's Jacen?
He disappeared. I have no clue.
Oh, okay. It's comforting.
Red skies isn't a good sign, though.
No. Um.
Well, maybe she can try to hack the computer now.
I'm no better at it than he is.
Hmm. If only I was there, you know. I have a 4D and computer program thing.
You
But
were there, and then you opened a door.
True.
Yeah, no.
You're welcome to try if you want.
True. Maybe you have better look than.
Yeah, I'm more of a security guy and a droid repairer than I am a computer repairer.
Mm.
I guess Balthazar isn't good at it.
Nope.
If only we had R2.
Poor
Oh,
R2.
I miss him.
Like, God, where are they?
Yeah, these guys are taking forever.
We come back. R2 is destroyed.
I would cry. Okay.
He's probably just watching the game. I don't know what game, but
Fair.
he seems like he'd be a sports fan.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, do you want me to try?
I mean, what's your repair?
3D?
Oh,
I
mean, go
mean,
for it.
The furball isn't seeming to have any success.
Okay, I'll try my best, I guess.
No, nothing.
At least you're all consistent in the same
Yeah.
range.
Just out of curiosity, can I give it one more shot or no?
Sure, go ahead. 12.
Hey.
You both got a 12. Okay.
But I did it without the +1.
True. That's right, he does have a +1 on top of his 3D. Okay, back to Jacen. So, you've stepped inside, and it's dark. And you're now hearing the voices, like, physically around you. Hello, Jacen.
What do you want from me?
Hello, Jacen. We want you to join us.
No, I'm good. I'm just looking for my friends.
You've always... With joining us, you will know exactly where your friends are.
In what way so?
We are the Force. We are in all things.
The dark side?
Hmm?
You're not the dark side?
There is no dark side. There is no light side. There is only the Force.
Why does this sound like the... Is it... One moment.
I think that was 2 moments.
Yeah. So rude.
So many moments.
So many moments. Such a liar.
Right. By that came out a little bit.
That was a lot more than just 1 moment. I think we're up to like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
What was I saying? That sounds like the... What was it? Like that... You know, there's... I think it's like White Jedi or something. Like they're neither good nor the evil thing.
There is Gray Jedi.
That's what I was meaning. Probably.
I don't know that Jacen would know about the Gray Jedi, though.
I mean, I'm not saying as in just like...
Yeah.
for a second. I don't know. I'm gonna say, just show yourself.
What is there to show? We are the Force.
Well, are my friends okay?
Your friends that you came to this place that you were with, they are alive and unharmed.
Well, Zoe's cold.
True. Well,
You've always
would-
been interested in the Force. You can now become one with the Force. Do you not?
I don't want to be one with the Force. I still want to be with my friends.
So, you would choose to be selfish, to remain separate?
I mean, why would it make me selfish?
Because you're putting yourself above everything.
I mean, about above everything.
We are the Force. We are in everything.
I just think my friends need me. A sad friends chuckle.
If you join us, you can help them.
Well, what would happen if I would join?
You'd become one with everything. One with the Force. One with us.
There's something shady about this.
Is there?
Nah, I think it's pretty legit.
You sure that's not a cult or anything?
Thank you for joining the
Well, we
Force.
do want you to
Please
wear
enjoy
this
the Kool-Aid.
hood.
I mean, look, I just want to leave, okay? I just want to get to my friends and get the hell out, whatever the hell this place is.
Then leave. You want to
Okay,
leave?
bye.
Then why are you still here? If you wanted to leave, you would have left already.
I've been trying. How the hell do... I don't even know how to get out of here.
If you wanted to leave, you would know how.
Well, you see, there's a front door over there. It's just,
Yeah.
you just gotta walk out it. I don't know how you didn't see it this whole time.
I mean, you came in through it. I mean, do you just forget things so easily?
Is the door even still there? It's like the door's just gone.
I mean, like, you're in darkness. You can't see anything.
Can I just pop my lightsaber just to give myself a light?
You take out your lightsaber and try to activate it, and it does not activate.
Well, at least more like Master Lucius' lightsaber, because the other one is gone, isn't it? Or do I still have
Oh
it
yeah,
somehow?
yeah, that's right. It was still in the log, or the
Yeah.
thumb. So yeah, you don't have that one.
Making sure.
You try to activate Master Lucian's lightsaber, and it does not activate.
Well, so he's saying if I want to leave, I could just leave now.
That is correct. And yet, here you are.
I mean, turn the lights on so I can find the front door so I can leave.
It's just very hard to not be sarcastic when I'm like doing the voice of these multiple voices or whatever, because my response would be very sarcastic response. So I'm just trying to get back into character. Okay. There are no lights. There is no darkness. There is no door.
There is no spoon.
I still feel I could do more way out there than from just in here, instead of like being this whole part of everything.
What is it you wish to do out there?
Well, be with my friends for one.
If you were to join us, you would also be with your friends always.
Man, actually. Oh my god. I don't want him to be with me always, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. What the hell do I do even? I would just want to sense to see what kind of energy I'm sensing.
Yeah, roll me your sense. $18, not bad. So you do feel this place permeating with the dark side. But you also sense a sliver of like it's like if you're drowning, you just like see like a sliver of like which way to go to like swim your way out.
I'll follow that.
Okay,
Well, it was nice talking to y'all, but I'm head out of here.
Okay. So what this is I'm going to need you to make a control roll. $12. Okay. You start kind of feeling your eyes starting to open. Can't really see anything, but you can just feel, even though you thought your eyes were already open, it feels like your eyes are trying to open. Yeah, roll me another sense.
Still 15.
Still 15. Okay. Yeah, at this point you're sensing like that despite what you've been seeing and hearing, well, I guess not seeing at this exact moment because of darkness, but you sense that your body is you can sense that you are at the rebel base in like in the medical room place, in not in a back to tank like you what.
I'm going home. I'm sensing the back to tank.
No, not in a back to tank. You're lying on a bed, and you can sense Zoey and Tartatha on either side of you.
Wait, they're next to me? I'm confused.
You can sense Zoey and Tartatha on either side of you.
Hmm.
They're all, yeah, like also lying in beds.
Oh. I still can't see, right?
No. You can try making me another control roll. And it feels like your eyes are shut again. And you're still in this darkness.
Can I move at all?
Yeah, you can move around. So yeah, so you're no longer sensing that, like, as it feels like your eyes shut again, like you're just like in this dark temple you walked into or whatever. So like, yeah, you can walk around or whatever.
Do I still like that sliver thingy?
You can kind of still sense it, like in the back of your mind. Yeah.
I'm just keep following that feeling.
Okay, make me another control.
Yeah.
15. And your eyes open up and you are lying in a bed in the med lab area. Med lab, med bay, med whatever. Sick bay. I don't know, whatever.
Huh.
And yeah, and you look and you see that Zoey and Tartatha, they're in the beds on either side of you. And there is a doctor there who's like, "Oh my god, you're awake."
What do you mean I'm awake? I've been awake the entire time. I think.
Yeah, after you didn't, after we lost contact with you, and like you didn't check in for like hours, we went out and found you and brought you back here. You've been, like, as far as we can tell, there's nothing wrong with you, but we haven't been able to wake you up for days.
Wait, for days?
Yeah.
What happened to Balthazar?
And then you look over and you see he's lying in a bed as well, although, he's strapped down.
Is R2 there?
R2 is next to Zoe's bed. And, yeah, R2 beeps as you get up. Beep boop.
I'll just pet R2.
Yeah, and Zoey and Tartatha are both still unconscious, as is Balthazar.
Let's see. I'm gonna try talking to them, like using the force thing. Like,
okay.
Which is also like.
Who are you trying to talk to?
Probably Zoey, because I know her longer.
Okay. So
Frankly, your favorite.
make the which rolls control plus sense each at the -1. I don't know. Are you putting like your hand on her
Yeah.
like forehead or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one thing I'm just trying to explain, like the situation is what happened. Like it all seems to be some sort of a weird vision, and that they're actually in bed, unconscious.
Okay, so you roll both 8s. So, yeah, Zoe, you suddenly hear that in your head from Jacen.
Jacen just said that we're asleep and this isn't real.
I mean, that would explain the whole dying and us, considering I died, Jacen died, we're clearly not dead. So,
Well,
maybe we go with the whole, killing Tartatha idea? See what that does?
maybe we kill you.
I mean,
I like that idea better.
I already died once.
Okay, then what's killing him gonna do?
I mean,
He just really wants to.
maybe we each need to die?
I don't.
What did Jacen do when he disappeared?
He opened that door.
Maybe we should open the door.
I tried and it's locked.
I'll try it.
Okay, you go over and you try it. And it it opens for you, and you find yourself in the same marketplace I described earlier.
Oh dear lord. Okay. Fuck.
Well, since I saw her disappear, can I try and open the door?
You can try to open the door, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try and open the door just to see.
You try, and it is locked.
I go back to.
One.
I just go back to the computer and act like I'm trying to repair it.
Act like you're trying to repair it, you say?
No, I'm gonna try and repair it.
Okay.
How about you use a force point?
True. Can I use a force point to try and repair?
Sure.
Just watch him roll like a 13 again.
Okay, so that's
Be impressive.
66 plus 2. 19.
And the computer turns on.
Woo!
And turns on to what looks like a game of Pong.
I mean,
Can I-
at least
can I- Yeah, can I shut down the game and see if I can go anywhere else?
You can't. Or you can try, but it
Like Pong
doesn't.
with Balthazar.
I look at Balthazar, it's like, we got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to a random human and be like, "Hi, have you seen my friend?" And like describe Jacen.
I think I saw him heading over to the temple.
Oh. Okay. I guess I'm gonna head to the temple.
Okay. You head to the temple and you come upon it. You see these massive doors. And
Ooh.
guess I'm gonna open the doors.
You open the doors, and you look inside, and you see a nice open area. Very like looks very You see some like it's very nice architecture. And like very fancy looking. You don't see any people in here though.
No one at all?
No one.
Even if I like say hello? Like,
You say hello, and there's like, because of the architecture, there's a slight like echo, and yeah.
Okay. Can I look around and see if I see anything?
Sure. Roll me a search.
Okay.
16. Like, yeah, you see a lot of, nice stuff, like tapestries hung from the wall and such or whatever, but nothing really, like, that piques your interest or, like, explains anything. And we're going to go back to Jacen. Are you trying to do anything?
It's like, do they have like medical meters or something on each of them that's like, I don't know, indicate something? Like how they're doing or whatever?
Like, yeah, health monitors or whatever. They're in perfect health.
Tartatha's heart rate's a little higher because he's playing an intense game of Pong.
I'm gonna stick to Zoey because to see if I can get a response or not. Like, wait, could I like read her mind to figure out what's going on specifically?
Sure. Yeah, make a.
I think it was just sense.
Just sense. Yeah.
If I...
That's a really good roll.
Sense is on point today. Jesus. What's this once or twice?
Oh, that's projective. Perceptive. Here we go. Okay, so basically, you're reading her mind, and she's basically you can read that she is wandering around in a temple, and that she was told is where you had gone to, and you can kind of feel like you can probe deeper for information.
I don't know, but she gave me permission for that though. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, okay? I don't know, probe deeper like that I could say like try to sense her like she's in danger or anything, or like feeling if she's in danger.
Listen, Zoey doesn't have secrets.
Sure.
Okay, so you start kind of like probing deeper, and like you first of all you try to kind of like see what she's seeing, but while you can like sense her thoughts of what she's seeing, if you try to actually see through her eyes, you're just seeing darkness like when you were in the temple. Which you can tell. You also you can sense kind of something almost like you can pull her out, which is going to take a control plus an alter.
Ooh.
So they both be at a -1.
Wait, all of them?
Control plus alter.
Oh.
Not a sense, just control plus
Okay.
alter.
I'll do it, but I'm gonna use my force point.
You're gonna use your force point, okay?
Let's see. But let's see. My control is 3D plus 1, so that becomes 60 plus 2. Or then -1 for the 5.
What? Sorry, say that again. I was.
Okay. Okay, so I should then be at 5D plus 2. Like after I go from 3D plus 1 to double.
So, for your control?
Yeah.
Or okay, your control is what?
3D plus 1.
3D plus 1, 6D plus 2, 5, or 6D plus. Yeah. It would be 5D plus 2.
Okay. Okay. So
Yes.
let's do that then.
18. Okay. And now the altar.
That's gonna come in with then hopefully strong 7D.
For a second there was like 7D, how does that work? Oh, I'm like, alright, -1. Because I'm like, how do you get double to 7D? But you get double to 8D from 4D, and then, yeah, -1. That makes sense. Okay, 1828. Yeah, you basically, it feels like kind of you mentally reach in and pull her out, and Zoey wakes up.
I'm gonna hug him.
Good to see you too again.
Uh-huh. Hi, R2.
Beep boop.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'll explain. Like, so we seem to be asleep. I mean, I just pointed Tartatha and like Balthazar being strapped up as well.
Okay. Great. I don't like this.
And the doctor's like, well, I don't know what you did, but it seems to have worked. Are you able to do that on Tartatha as well?
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
I assume my bonus is gone by now. So
Yeah, you can't use your No, you already used your force point, so this is just the straight roll.
I would
And
have to
I'm
done
here
it-
for moral support.
I would have to done it straight away. I mean, I would probably have like more minuses then though.
Yeah.
Go try Wookie Boy. Not too low, but let's see. 3. Expected worse.
Oh wait, do I? You need to do the sense first on him, the same way that you did on her, and then you do that. Okay. But because I didn't say anything, we will retroactively use those rolls because they are good enough. And so like you sense Tartatha like a sliver of what to do, and you mentally grab him and pull him out, and he wakes up.
Great, we can
like
just
Betty.
leave Balthazar.
And as he wakes up, you feel a slight earthquake.
Oh.
Do we all feel it or just him?
You all feel the earthquake, slight earthquake. Like there's an actual earthquake. It's not like a.
Okay.
So you all feel it, and
A force quake.
no, not a force quake, an actual earthquake. And then Balthazar also wakes up. What happened?
Not important.
Okay.
And General Spacewalker actually comes in at about this point and is like, "Okay, you're good. You're all awake. The doctor sent contact me as soon as Jacen woke up. Or was starting to wake up. Did you feel that earthquake? I assume you all did. So
No, I'm from California. I didn't feel a thing.
so
Just used to it.
as so after we found you, we left someone to guard the vault or whatever, or to keep an eye on the vault, and that earthquake was from it opening up.
Oh.
Comforting.
Ooh. Yeah.
And the reports of what was in it?
And that's where we're gonna call the session.
Oh.
Oh. Cliffhanger.
Question: Do I now have my lightsaber then though? Because like, if it was all technically a dream.
Okay. So as this conversation was going on, you were checking for your stuff. Because you lost your lightsaber and Zoey used a med pack, correct?
Uh-huh.
Zoey has the med pack still,
Oh.
but the lightsaber is gone.
Well, sorry, Lucian, I was gonna return it, but I'll be using yours for now.
And yeah.
I know it was a red one. That's fine.
And also Tartatha doesn't have the blaster that he had found.
Okay.
But yeah, so all items are the same except when you started, except for Jacen no longer having his lost lightsaber.
Well, started. I grabbed the med packs before we left.
Oh yeah. Like
Technicality.
yeah. Your items are the same as before you
Left the base.
yeah, and before you hit the symbols.
Mm.
So, yep. Yeah, that's where we're going to call it. Are all three of you... Next week is again 4 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Should be no problem, as per usual.
Okay.
Yes.
I might actually be busy tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, just letting you guys know, I might
Yeah.
be tomorrow. Can't make
Not
it.
trying to brag or anything, but I got plans tomorrow.
Okay. But you said you might be, though, so you'll let me know?
I'll let you know ahead of
Okay.
time, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And I believe we are having both Recon and Cherry returning for next
Ooh.
session as well.
Fun.
Yeah. I don't know.
Miss Recon.
I don't know how frequently Recon will be taking part. Cherry will still be rare because of his work schedule, but he's going to try to, like, take part in the occasional session. So
Yeah.
he'll be here for next week. But yeah. And I'm going to be playing some Animal Crossing yet, but I'm going to be going on break first as per usual. Use the washroom, maybe eat something, I don't know. Actually, I'm not too hungry, but I might eat something small just in case. But yeah.
I think I'm gonna get in and out.
Nice.
As expected.
Yeah, I know last week, was it last week you were saying that you couldn't remember when you had had it last?
Yeah, and then I had it like a couple days ago, but I'm gonna have it again.
Okay. So yeah, so...
Not to mention Recon's move.
Oh yeah, he sent me a picture of in and out of like a fucking bubble, and it's just
Fucking Recon.
yeah.
fucking Recon.
Yep, so I'm gonna go on break now. I'll be back in like, I don't know, I'll say 15-20 minutes, depending on how long I spend in the bathroom. But, yeah, so don't go anywhere if you wanted to watch Animal Crossing. And, yeah.
I'll be lurking.
Yeah, I always appreciate the lurkers. And, yeah, see y'all in a bit.